Welcome to Talk Tonic. I'm Tyler, and today I'm sitting down with Dennis from DBC Technologies. He has a solution that is focused on the hospitality industry, something I'm dear with. I look forward to sharing with you his story. You know, Dennis, I understand that your goal is to change the landscape for operators of restaurants. How are you changing the landscape?
Well, I mean, restaurant owners are really good at making food. They're really good at looking after their customers, and they can struggle with marketing. So we've figured out how to do their marketing, put it all into a black box and make it work for them. Most of it by email marketing. So a story, for example, is one of our little tiny pizza places, takeout only, Christmas Eve. He says, Dennis, what can you do for us? And I said, well, let's do something. He says, I'm only open for 3 hours. He says, let's do it. I said, so we did a really simple email campaign to his 800 people. All it was something from his menu, which was a Greek dinner on Christmas Eve. We sent out the email blast. He normally would only have $400 of sales on that day. He had $1,200 in 3 hours. And it was Greek dinner after Greek dinner after Greek dinner after Greek dinner. And he was ecstatic. You know, he's usually, I go into the new year going, oh, he says, and now I have an extra $500 or $600. He says it was just amazing.
There are a lot of tools that can help do email campaigns, though. MailChimp, there's a lot of them that allow, a business to execute something like that on their own. How do you differentiate yourself from MailChimp and other services that can do email blasts?
We have a tool that is integrated completely into our online ordering system. So everything actually comes together in one place. So rather than having to use MailChimp for this and something else for that and a different thing for their text message campaign, we make campaigns that go out multi-channel, including Facebook posts, including Instagram posts, all promoting the same campaign all at once with one touch of a button.
Creating the campaign can sometimes be the challenge. As a passionate cook, maybe knowing exactly the hook that can get someone to come in can be challenging. How do you help restaurants manage that?
So we figured out the best way was to just do it for them. So we start with AI. We run it through a proprietary algorithm to clean it up. And then our human editors actually make sure that it's perfect. So everything is completely custom fit to the restaurant. It goes out. The restaurant never has to touch it. All they have to do is push one button to approve.
If you had one shot to shoot one pitch, one sentence to your ideal customer, what would it be?
We change independent owners of restaurants' lives by helping them increase their sales by up to $84,000 per year per 30 seats.
How do people respond when you say that to them?
It must be impossible.
Well, how is it possible?
The interesting thing is that's actually a really low number compared to what can actually happen with an engaged restaurant owner.
What's an engaged restaurant owner look like for you?
For us, it's one that uses all of our data collection techniques, is actively trying to build his customer database of contact data, specifically emails and mobile numbers. They get involved in that. Their database gets to 3,000 or 4,000 customers. Every time we push the magic button with a campaign, the results just get bigger and bigger and bigger. It scales beautifully.
Dennis, does your focus help restaurants attract customers through discounts or value?
I would have to say I'm more creative than most when it comes to making restaurant promotions. I really, really hate discounts. So whenever I'm working on a campaign or coaching the team to work on a campaign, I'm always suggesting how can we do like buy the large jerk chicken dinner with a beverage of your choice, and we're going to give you 2 free Jamaican patties. And the reason why I prefer that is the 2 free Jamaican patties value to the person that's buying the stuff is, $9. Yet the food cost of the restaurant is 25% of that. So I don't like discounts. I like giving something else for free because it adds to the impact of the value in the customer's mind, and it doesn't hurt the restaurant.
What you said about value resonates with me. One of the things in the industry that doesn't help with value, but does help with marketing, is third-party online ordering, Grubhub, DoorDash, etc. Since you're helping them see the value in their own offerings to bring in customers, how do you help them navigate the third parties that are also bringing customers, but for less value with that large percentage being paid out?
I mean, that's a really great question. And the answer to that question is our detour function. We do a whole bunch of web presence work to make sure that the big third-party players actually fall down the list. so that their own direct online ordering shows up first. And then on our platform, when somebody clicks online order, it says, do you want a pickup or a delivery order? If they click the delivery order, it goes, oh, wait. Are you sure if we didn't offer you, say, a free tiramisu, that you might not come and pick it up instead? And funny enough, about 38% of the people say yes, unless it's a snowstorm or a really rainy day, right? So now the restaurant just saved 30%. But more importantly, Tyler, they got the data, right? So we've taken a completely worst case scenario for the restaurant and turned it into data collection so that that person can be called back over and over.
How much of your marketing focus is to bring in a new customer base versus cultivating an existing?
We do an awful lot of cultivating the existing because, quite honestly, it's the low-hanging fruit. We do other things, simple things. If you simply rewrite a restaurant's online ordering menu to be more creative and delicious sounding, you can actually increase the average order online by 30%, between 10 and 30%. So just make it sound more delicious.
You mentioned a lot of data. How detailed are your reports in the data to know that it's a returning customer and they are purchasing more than they historically did?
So we track everything. So every Facebook post is keyed back. If they click the online ordering or come to the website, it's keyed back with a code that follows through to whatever actions they take. And then we also teach the restaurant tricks, because what tends to happen is somebody takes the Facebook post and calls the restaurant or comes because they saw it, but didn't actually buy online. Well, now we don't have any tracking, but we do, because we always put into things something like, show this Facebook post and we'll give you a free Coke, a free can of Coke to take home with you. Now that's because the Coke isn't on the menu, so this becomes the counter. A free Coke goes through the POS. That means it came from the campaign. So we teach restaurant owners how to do things. They don't know why. And it's actually completely selfish, because when you can go to the restaurant and say, okay, so you had 9 Cokes and you have like all these orders in the tracking reports. So that blast created this. And they're just like gobsmacked.
Dennis, your service seems like it could be for almost every restaurant if you're able to have that type of return. How are you planning to manage all the customers coming your way?
Well, I mean, with AI, it's been able to really allow our team to do a very small piece of the work versus a very large piece of the work, keeping us very scalable. And as a result of being scalable, we can produce this at a very affordable rate so that the return on investment is very high. 1, maybe 2 campaigns a month, and they've doubled or tripled their investment.
Dennis, why did you choose this vertical, restaurants? It's not exactly an easy space.
I think the truth to that is, in the beginning, I didn't know it wasn't an easy space. And I just got really addicted to the look on the owner's face when you push the magic button and you made something happen that he didn't believe was possible, and it was easy.
Marketing can be incredibly challenging for most entrepreneurs, quite frankly, let alone one passionate about the food. How do they feel when you turn to them and say, here's your increased sales in 1 month?
They actually sometimes are dismissive because they don't really comprehend it. And usually the answer is, oh yeah, but can you do it again next month? Yes, we can. We create a campaign, and when it's ready to go, we press the magic button and off it goes. And the orders start to come in.
And poof, the orders come in. So it's actually easier to be an operator of a restaurant than we all thought.
Correct. And we do it for them. They give the approval. We do it all for them. They don't need to learn software.
Well, I really look forward to seeing your product out there. I know I'm going to take a closer eye now to it, and I want you to share with me the next time you push that magic button. So if you're willing to do that, I'm going to follow.
Absolutely.
Thanks for your time, Dennis.
Thank you.